Hello and welcome back, everybody. We finally are making some headway here.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me, Orphan! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Huh. Not gonna lie, this Baron Alexander sounds like an asshole, doesn't he?
Well, he is the villain.
That is true.
This is a room where Alexander wants to play a game with you.
I found the orb. Whoa. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind.
I get the arm, I get the leg. Ryan says, I want the lower intestine so I can feed it to my demon baby. Ooh. Looks like Alexander has a type too.
Yeah, it does.
The princess. Huh.
Doing that hurt my sanity.
Then why did you do it?
I put a hole in my marble bag.
Ow. There you go, you brute. Kratos, right?
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he alright? He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a madman! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why wouldn't anyone listen?
That's horrible. Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No. People actually get some.
Oh.
Shit.
I know what that is.
Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything!
Yes, we evolved into 4chan.
What the hell is 4chan?
Except for Ryan. Wait, if you've never been to 4chan, how do you know what this is?
I just
A
do.
million ways to die?
Yep.
Is it as bad as hanging someone upside down and then using a saw on their genitals?
I would imagine. Somewhere in here should be a fractured piece of the orb. There it is.
There you go.
Since the pieces of the orb leak madness, it makes sense. I do have a question though, since I'm carrying it, you know?
Yeah. You worry you might go insane?
Well, it's not so much as an if I'm gonna go insane at this point, it's a matter of when I'm gonna go insane.
The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Yep, that's how it's done.
Well, dude was a rapist, so he deserved it, so... But still...
Now, there's always room for debate.
Absolutely not.
What if he was like Rape Man?
Okay, first of all, that is a weird-ass show.
Yes, it is.
Second of all, it concerns me that you know about it.
I also know about Hentai Cayman.
That one I've never heard of.
The Forbidden Hero. There's actually a scene where he looks at a schoolgirl and asks for her panties so he can save the world. Torture notes.
I missed the most. I'm not blind, I am a monster to them.
A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time, it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish.
I don't know about this.
I got a bigger question. Why is it those warp fragments are all different colors?
I don't know. I have a better question. Why isn't that we don't have anything like this in Cincinnati?
Yeah, you mean a torture museum?
Not necessarily a torture museum. I meant more along the lines of like, why don't we have a fucking castle?
Castles in Cincinnati are kind of
Non-existent?
well, you could always join the Forever Knights.
The hell is the Forever Knights? Are they in Cincinnati?
They're everywhere.
I'd rather be a
some
Templar.
people might think I'm making a clan reference. I'm talking about the Ben 10 enemy.
Oh. Fucking nobody watches Ben 10 anymore, Cal, except for you. YouTube comments explode with fucking hate mail. Shut up, Ahab! Oh, I got a new thing. Can be found in the choir.
Why would they have a choir down there if it's just a torture den for sinners?
Well, a choir is people who put music together, right?
I would assume. I'm pretty sure you got 3 pieces from 3 different orbs.
I'll read that shit when I have to. Touch the magic artifact! In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place. Willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Huh. It sounds like this Alexander motherfucker has lived as long as I have. I wonder what his secret is.
I think you know a lot of his secrets at this point. It involves rituals and baby blood.
Well, I don't use baby blood. Stains the clothes.
Introducing new diet baby blood. Same great taste with only half the calories. Yeah, this looks like a torture den for a small child.
Yep. Hey Cal, pliers!
You are not going to use those on your canker sore.
I already did that today.
Wow. There's a lot of torture chambers for children.
The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. Have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Take the man, cut the lines, take the man, cut the lines. Leave the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
paint the flesh, cut the lines. Hey, more pliers!
Paint the flesh, cut the lines. Paint the flesh, cut the lines. Paint the flesh, cut the lines.
The choir, main hall. Besides, Cal, I don't use pliers on my canker sore. I use a multi-tool. It's got a knife and pliers in it.
Ouch.
Whoa.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
He has a point, actually. Jesus!
On the top of his head.
Ah. The what? Forger?
The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and began to leak.
Yep, ran out of light.
Yep.
You know, when I was a kid, I always thought those things were supposed to be, like, the spikes were supposed to be long enough to impale the person. It wasn't until I got older that I found out that they're actually supposed to be shorter. That way the person has to stand absolutely still on the inside. The proper amount of space you're supposed to have in one is only enough room to, like, not even do anything, just breathe.
Oh man.
What?
This game's putting me to sleep.
Really? I'm wide awake at this shit.
Endless walking through corridors.
Well, it is a stealth game, Cal.
It's a what? Boom! You must construct additional pylons.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Huh.
Questionable research. Captain, take the wheel. The murderer's hands were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his leg stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. The Inquisition. What a show. Inquisition. Pick up another orb.
I need one more orb fragment. Oh, there's the hammer that was used.
So if these things want to kill the guy so badly, how is it they tuck the orb, separated into 5 pieces, and moved the 5 pieces elsewhere?
Well, remember, this was the broken orb. One of them was broken, remember? I think Ahab had the original broken orb. Alexander has it inside the sanctum with him.
So together, both these orbs are set.
Yep.
And they're holy. So both you and Alexander are going to be fighting over a pair of holy balls. I can go with that. How's your sanity, buddy?
My bag of marbles is dwindling.
How would you feel if a giant one of those monsters was just standing right there?
I would probably poop myself.
Make
Like,
it happen!
I would have an emergency bowel clearing response.
Hey, who put all this poo in my pants?
There would be immediately more poop in my pants than there is me in my pants. Like,
it's time to burgle some turds. We end on a brown note.
oh boy. I know what this is.
Oh yeah. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Toot toot, ribs are ready. And what a fitting place to end your journey.
And that's the end of this episode. Catch you guys next time.
Inside. Now get in.
And we're done.